The curse awakened the moment Noah Hale touched the relic. The abandoned cathedral had been silent for decades, its broken stained glass windows bleeding moonlight across the stone floor. Dust floated in the air like frozen time, and every step Noah took echoed too loudly, as if the place itself warned him to leave. But he couldn't turn back now. His sister was dying, and the healers of light had already said there was nothing left to try, except this. The relic rested on the altar, a black stone wrapped in ancient chains carved with warning symbols. Do not awaken what sleeps within. That was what the old text said. But desperation makes monsters out of hope. Noah reached out. The moment his fingers brushed the stone, it pulsed like a living heart. A whisper slid into his mind. Finally, someone who hears me. Pain exploded through his chest. Shadows burst from the relic, crawling up his arm like smoke with claws. Noah tried to pull away, but the darkness tightened, burning symbols into his skin. The cathedral trembled. Candles extinguished one by one, until only moonlight remained. Then the stone shattered. Darkness swallowed everything. When Noah opened his eyes, the silence felt different. Heavy, watching. He pushed himself upright, his head spinning. The relic lay broken beside him. Its chains melted into ash. But he wasn't alone anymore. A girl stood near the altar. She looked human at first glance. Pale skin, long dark hair moving as if touched by an unseen wind. But her eyes were wrong. Too deep, too ancient. Shadows gathered at her feet, twisting like living things that obeyed her breath. "You freed me," she said softly. Noah's throat went dry. "Who are you?" She studied him with curiosity, like someone seeing sunlight for the first time. "I am what they buried here," she replied. "The curse they feared." The words sent cold through his veins. "My name was Elara." Fragments of memory flickered behind her eyes. Burning cities, screaming kings, entire bloodlines erased by darkness she couldn't fully remember controlling. She had been created by forbidden magic long ago, a punishment given form, a living curse meant to destroy those marked by fate. But something felt wrong now. She felt calm. And when Noah's fear spiked, she felt that too. Elara stepped back suddenly. Confusion crossed in her face. "Why can I feel you?" Noah pressed a hand to his chest as her unease echoed through him. Their emotions tangled together, unfamiliar and overwhelming. "I think," Noah whispered, staring at the black marks on his arm, "we're connected." The bond pulsed between them, responding to his words. Before either could understand what it meant, the cathedral doors burst open. Blinding golden light flooded the hall as armored figures stormed inside. Their weapons glowed with holy magic, illuminating the shattered altar and the shadows curling around Elara, the Order of Lumen. Their leader stepped forward, eyes fixed on her. "Step away from the curse, boy." Elara's expression changed instantly. The air grew colder. Shadows climbed the walls like spreading ink. "They came to destroy me," she said quietly. Noah felt her anger rise, ancient, violent, unstoppable. Power surged through the bond, making his heart race painfully. "She hasn't hurt anyone." Noah shouted. "She will," the leader replied. "That is her purpose." Light magic surged forward like a wave. Elara moved on instinct. Darkness erupted around her, forming a barrier that shattered the attack into sparks. The force cracked the cathedral pillars, sending debris crashing to the floor. The soldiers hesitated, surprised by her restraint, because she wasn't attacking back. She was holding herself back. "Noah," she said softly, fear hidden beneath her calm voice. "If I lose control, run." But Noah stepped closer instead. For some reason he couldn't explain. He knew she didn't want to hurt anyone. The rage inside her wasn't cruelty. It was fear. Fear of becoming what she was created to be. "You're not alone," he said, grabbing her hand. The moment their skin touched, the darkness changed. The violent shadows softened, reshaping into a shield instead of a weapon. The golden light struck again, but this time it shattered harmlessly against the barrier. The entire cathedral trembled as dark and light magic collided without destroying each other. The leader of the order lowered his blade slowly, eyes narrowing. "The curse is changing," he said. Elara stared at Noah, stunned. "You're changing me." Outside, thunder rolled across the sky. The relic's destruction had awakened something far greater than either of them understood. The Order would return stronger and prepared, because a curse that could love was far more dangerous than one that only killed. And Noah had just become the reason it existed. The Order returned before sunrise. Noah felt them before he saw them. The bond pulsed violently in his chest, waking him from a restless sleep beneath the broken cathedral archways. Elara stood at the shattered window, staring into the dark forest beyond. Her shadows were restless tonight, not violent, but alert. "They're closer," she whispered. The sky outside glowed faint gold. Noah stood, wincing as the black markings on his arm flared painfully. Since the relic shattered, the bond between them had grown stronger. When she felt fear, his pulse raced. When he felt doubt, her shadows dimmed. "We can't keep running," Noah said. Elara turned to him. For a moment, she looked almost human, fragile even. But beneath her skin, darkness shifted like something alive. "They will not stop," she replied. "The Order of Lumen does not forget what defies their prophecy." "What prophecy?" Before she could answer, a blast of golden light tore through the cathedral wall. Stone exploded inward. Armored warriors stepped through the smoke, their armor etched with glowing runes. Behind them walked the High Inquisitor, tall, calm, merciless. "You have bonded with it," he said, eyes fixed on Noah. "The curse feeds on you." Elara stepped in front of Noah instinctively. Shadows flared around her, rising like wings made of smoke. "I do not feed on him," she said quietly. The Inquisitor raised his staff. Curses do not choose mercy. Golden chains of holy magic shot forward. Elara reacted instantly, but this time she didn't block. She attacked. Darkness exploded across the floor, cracking stone and swallowing light. The warriors stumbled as shadows wrapped around their legs. Noah felt everything. Her anger burned through him like fire. The ancient instinct to destroy surged within her and threw the bond into him. His vision blurred. His hands trembled. "Elara!" he shouted. She froze. The shadows hesitated midair, flickering between weapon and shield. The Inquisitor seized a moment, striking the ground with his staff. A blinding wave of holy magic surged outward, slamming into Elara and throwing her across the cathedral. "No!" Noah ran to her. The light burned her skin, smoke rising from where it touched. But she wasn't screaming. She was staring at him, terrified. "I almost lost myself," she whispered. The bond trembled violently. The Inquisitor approached slowly. "You see now, boy, it is only a matter of time before the curse consumes you." Noah stood, placing himself between them. "You're wrong," he said. Golden energy crackled around the Inquisitor's staff. Darkness cannot love. Noah felt something shift inside the bond. Not anger, not fear, but choice. He grabbed Elara's hand again. This time, instead of her power overwhelming him, he focused, drawing the darkness to the bond carefully, balancing it with his own light magic. A faint silver glow emerged where their hands touched. Elara gasped. "You're stabilizing me." The shadows around her reshaped, no longer wild, controlled. The Inquisitor's calm expression cracked for the first time. Impossible. Light and shadow collided again, but differently now. Noah guided the power instead of resisting it. Elara followed his heartbeat instead of ancient instinct. Together, they pushed back the holy wave. The cathedral ceiling split open as energy surged upward, blasting through stone into the sky. Thunder roared. The remaining soldiers retreated, shaken. The Inquisitor stepped back slowly, studying them. "This bond should not exist," he said coldly. "If the prophecy learns of this, both realms will burn." He signaled retreat. The Order vanished into golden light. Silence returned, broken only by crumbling stone. Noah collapsed to his knees, exhausted. Elara knelt beside him, her hand still in his. "You could have run," she said softly. "So could you," he replied. For a long moment, neither moved. "Elara," Noah asked quietly, "what prophecy?" Her eyes darkened, not with anger, but memory. "Long ago," she said, "I was created to destroy the bloodline of a king who betrayed the balance between dark magic and good magic. But the prophecy warned of something worse. She hesitated. A curse that chooses love over destruction will awaken the true eclipse, a power that could erase both light and shadow. Noah swallowed. And what happens if the eclipse awakens? Elara looked at him with something dangerously close to tenderness. It will force the world to choose which magic deserves to survive. Far above them, the sky shifted unnaturally. A thin line of darkness began crossing the rising sun. The eclipse had already begun. And this time, it wasn't the curse that terrified Elara. It was the fact that she didn't regret choosing him. The sky did not return to normal. By midday, half the sun was swallowed in shadow. People across the kingdom whispered of omens. Priests declared emergency prayers. The Order of Lumen sealed their towers and prepared for holy war. And at the center of it all stood a boy and a curse who refused to let go of each other. Noah felt the eclipse growing stronger with every passing hour. The bond between him and Elara no longer pulsed gently. It throbbed like a second heartbeat. Sometimes he couldn't tell where his emotions ended and hers began. They had taken shelter in the ruins beneath the old city, tunnels once built by light mages during ancient wars. Ironically, it was the last place the Order would search. Elara walked ahead, her shadows dim but steady. "They are gathering at the sanctum," she said quietly. Noah looked up. "The sanctum of Lumen?" She nodded. High above the capital stood the most sacred fortress of good magic, where prophecy scrolls were kept and holy relics guarded. "If the prophecy truly speaks of the true eclipse," Noah said, "then they'll try to trigger it first and blame you." Elara stopped walking. "They don't want balance," she whispered. "They want control." The bond flickered painfully. Noah stepped closer. "Then we don't let them decide what this becomes." For a moment, her expression softened. "You still believe this can end without destruction," she said. "I believe you're not what they created." Her shadows shifted uneasily. "You haven't seen what I was." And then she showed him. The bond opened. Visions flooded Noah's mind. Ancient battlefields drowned in darkness. Kings screaming as their palaces collapsed. Entire bloodlines erased because the curse had been commanded to purge corruption. She had not chosen cruelty. She had been wielded like a weapon. When the visions ended, Noah staggered back, breath shaking. "You were forced," he said hoarsely. "I did not resist." "You were created not to." The words lingered between them. For the first time, Elara's shadows didn't rise defensively. They trembled. A sudden tremor shook the tunnels. Dust fell from the ceiling. Elara's eyes snapped upward. They had begun the ritual. Above the city, golden light pierced the darkened sky. A pillar of holy energy rose from the sanctum of Lumen, connecting to the half-covered sun. The eclipse deepened instantly. Noah felt something inside him respond, not painfully this time, but powerfully. "They're trying to force the prophecy," he realized. "If they succeed," Elara said, "the eclipse will stabilize, but only by erasing the curse permanently. And me with it." Noah finished. Silence fell. Elara stepped back. "This is where we separate," she said softly. Noah's heart dropped. "No. If I am destroyed before the ritual completes, the eclipse may fade. The world will survive. And you, I was never meant to." Her voice did not waver, but the bond betrayed her fear. Noah walked toward her slowly. "You think I bonded with you just to let you sacrifice yourself?" he asked. "This is not your burden." It became mine the moment I touched that relic. The pillar of light in the sky intensified, cracks spreading across the clouds like fractures in glass. Elara's shadows began pulling toward the sanctum instinctively, drawn to the ritual. "Noah," she whispered urgently, "if we go there, the Order will not hold back." "Good," he said. Her eyes widened slightly. "Because neither will we." For the first time since her awakening, Elara smiled. Faint, uncertain, but real. Together, they rose from the tunnels and stepped into the streets. The city was chaos. Citizens stared at the sky in terror as golden and black lightning tangled above them. The sanctum of Lumen blazed like a second sun. At the top of its highest tower stood the High Inquisitor, staff raised. "You see," his amplified voice echoed across the city. "The curse destabilizes the world itself." Noah squeezed Elara's hand. The bond flared silver and black. "We end this," he said. They stepped forward as one. Darkness surged around Elara, but controlled, focused, not wild destruction, not blind rage. Choice. Golden magic lashed down from the tower, striking toward them like divine judgment. This time, Noah didn't shield her. He stepped into the light with her. Shadow and holy power collided, not in opposition, but in fusion. Silver energy exploded outward, neither dark nor light. But something new. The High Inquisitor staggered. That power, he whispered in disbelief. It shouldn't exist. Above them, the eclipse trembled violently, because it was no longer reacting to destruction. It was reacting to unity, and the prophecy had never accounted for that. The eclipse reached total darkness the moment Noah and Elara stepped onto the sanctum tower. The world below fell silent. Wind howled around the ancient stone spires as golden magic spiraled upward from the ritual circle. Priests of the Order of Lumen stood frozen, their chants faltering as silver-black energy spread across the sky like cracks in reality itself. At the center stood the High Inquisitor. "You don't understand what you've done," he said, gripping his staff tightly. "That power will erase everything. Light, shadow, humanity itself." Noah felt the truth inside those words. The bond between him and Elara had grown beyond control. Their magic no longer clashed. It merged. Every heartbeat sent waves of energy through the eclipse above them. The sky responded to their emotions. Fear made it tremble. Hope made it burn brighter. Elara stepped forward, her shadows unusually calm. "All my existence," she said quietly, "I was used as a weapon to maintain balance through destruction." Her gaze moved to Noah, but he showed me another way. The Inquisitor raised his staff. A curse cannot choose its nature. Golden light exploded forward. This time, Elara didn't defend herself. Noah did. He stepped in front of her, raising his marked arm. Light and darkness surged together, forming a radiant silver shield. The impact shattered the tower floor, sending cracks racing outward, but the energy held, not because it was stronger, because it was balanced. The priest stared in disbelief. "That power," one whispered, "it isn't corruption." The Inquisitor's expression hardened. "It is instability." He drove his staff into the ritual circle. The sanctum erupted with blinding light as the force prophecy activated. Chains of holy magic shot into the sky, trying to bind the eclipse and erase the curse permanently. Elara gasped as golden chains wrapped around her form. Shadows lashed violently, fighting back, but the ritual was ancient, designed specifically to destroy her. "Noah," she whispered, her voice breaking for the first time. "If this continues, you'll die with me." The bond burned painfully in his chest. He realized the truth then. The prophecy was wrong. The eclipse was never meant to destroy the world. It was meant to force a choice. Destroy one side or unite both. Noah grabbed Elara's hand, ignoring the burning light cutting into his skin. "We don't fight it," he said. Her eyes widened. "What?" "We accept both." The silver energy between them flared violently. Instead of resisting the holy chains, Noah pulled the light into the bond. Elara did the same with her darkness. For one terrifying moment, both forces collided inside them. Pain tore through their bodies. Memories flashed. Her centuries of loneliness, his desperate fear of losing family. Every moment that led them here. Then the power changed. The chains shattered. A wave of silver light exploded outward from the tower, sweeping across the city, the sky, and the eclipse itself. Darkness and light stopped fighting. The shadow covering the sun began to dissolve, not violently, but peacefully, like night giving way to dawn. The Inquisitor fell to his knees, stunned. "The prophecy," he whispered. "We misunderstood it." Elara looked at her hands. The shadows were still there, but softer, no longer hungry, no longer driven by destruction. "I'm still here," she said in disbelief. Noah smiled weakly. "Yeah, you are." The eclipse faded completely. Sunlight broke through the clouds, washing the tower in warm gold. For the first time since her creation, the curse felt something unfamiliar. Freedom. The remaining members of the Order lowered their weapons. The magic surrounding Noah and Elara slowly dimmed, leaving only a faint silver glow between their hands, a reminder what they had become together. Not light, not darkness. Balance. The High Inquisitor stood slowly, his voice quieter now. The world will fear what you are. Noah shrugged faintly. Maybe. Elara intertwined her fingers with his. But fear doesn't decide who we become anymore. Far above them, the sky cleared completely. The curse that was meant to end kingdoms had fallen in love instead. And in doing so, it changed the fate of both magic and humanity forever. Because sometimes the most dangerous curse isn't destruction. It's love strong enough to rewrite destiny.